This is my dad's monkey story. Of all the stories my dad told, this one was probably the one that was considered the most delightful by my nieces. So you got to imagine my dad, older than me, probably 10 years older than I am now, telling this story to little girls, and the little girls just encouraging him to tell it and begging him to tell it. And my dad would never tell this story exactly the same way twice. So he would change it depending on who he was talking to. So sometimes the details changed. So there are variants. It takes place at the time of World War II. My dad was stationed in the Philippines. He actually worked in the headquarters of General MacArthur. My dad was not an officer. He was like a secretary or something. He had some, you know, I think he had some business training and knew how to take shorthand. So that was his job. And it happened, this all happens right after VJ Day. VJ Day, the Japanese surrender, it's after the atom bombs go off. And pretty quickly, all those American soldiers stationed in Japan and the Philippines and many islands, they have nothing to do. They no longer have to fight. They have nothing to do except wait to go home. And they depended upon the American Navy. The Navy had to bring its ships, transport ships, to where the soldiers were, where the American soldiers were, and load up their ships and bring these soldiers back to San Francisco. Well, the monkey that my dad does not purchase the monkey. A friend of his purchases the monkey from like a peddler, and in some of the versions of the story, there's parts about where the monkey is in the barracks of the soldiers, but a lot of the versions of the story, it all takes place on ship when this transport ship arrives. Oh, and sometimes my dad would explain how, boy, those American soldiers got impatient. And they're getting drunk, and where are those ships? Where are those transport ships? The goddamn Navy, what are they doing? And there were actually riots waiting for these ships to arrive. And my dad tells a story about one time he walked into a PX, a beer bottle goes sailing past his head, and he walks back out of the PX. But eventually, a transport ship arrives, and my dad's group, I don't know, hundreds of soldiers, are loaded into this ship. And as soon as and of course they smuggle in the monkey. The American Navy does not approve of monkeys, and you cannot have a monkey aboard a Navy ship. And so they have to, I think maybe the soldier inside of his clothing, he hides the monkey and he brings the monkey aboard. Well, as soon as they get aboard, there's kind of a rivalry. At the best of times, there's a rivalry between the Navy sailors and the Army soldiers. And in this case, it's worse than ever because all the Navy guys, they have jobs to do. They have duties every day. They're, part of an operating sailing ship. Meanwhile, the soldiers, they have nothing to do every day. They're like parcels being transported. They have no duties at all. So they have smuggled in alcohol. They are getting drunk. They're gambling. A lot of gambling goes on. Fights goes on. Well, one of the things that goes on is they let the monkey loose, and the monkey is a source of incredible amusement for the soldiers. In one version of the story, um, they let the monkey loose in the hold of the ship. Apparently, it's not locked up down there, and there's big crates of bananas. And the monkey finds these, and he goes right into those crates. And not only does he find bananas, he finds tarantulas. And the little girls would go, "Ooh, tarantulas! Big, big, hairy tarantulas!" And the monkey loves these tarantulas, and he brings them out. He would hold a tarantula in his hand like it was a great big cookie, and eat the tarantula. And my dad, he would imitate the face of the monkey eating a tarantula, and he'd eat it like a cookie. It was delicious. It was like a Hostess Twinkie. And oh boy, that's a good tarantula. That's a delicious. And all the little girls go, oh, that's horrible, horrible. And they would laugh and everything. And that was sort of wonderful. Well, these soldiers, one thing they like to do is get drunk, and they also like to get that monkey drunk. And a lot of my dad's stories had to do with a drunken monkey. And one thing all the soldiers were equipped with in their normal kit was mirrors. And these were, they were not glass mirrors, they were unbreakable mirrors. And they were made out of metal, polished metal, so they could not be broken. And the soldiers, they would get the monkey drunk, and then they would hand the monkey one of these unbreakable mirrors, and the monkey would look at itself and see its reflection in the mirror and react as if it was a totally different monkey. And sometimes the monkey was in a very good mood, and he would like the monkey in the mirror, and he would kind of posture and preen and everything. And the little girls loved all this. They would like act like they were monkeys, looking at themselves in mirrors, and flipping their hair and everything like that. But sometimes the drunken monkey's mood would turn ugly. And when he would look in the mirror, he would think he saw a rival. And he did not like that monkey in the mirror. And he would snarl at the monkey in the mirror. And the monkey in the mirror would snarl right back at him. And he would like scream at the monkey. And the monkey would scream right back at him. And he would jump up and down on that mirror, try to kill that monkey. And then he would look in the mirror. Damn, that monkey's not even hurt. He's right there. And then he would throw the mirror. And then he'd run over there and look in the mirror. Damn, that monkey's still alive. He'd jump up and down. My dad believed that if you did not take that mirror away from the monkey, he thought the monkey might get into such a frenzy that it would actually kill itself. So my dad didn't even drink, so he did not approve of the drunken monkey, and he didn't like the monkey being tormented by this mirror. But all of my dad's friends thought this was hilarious, and just a wonderful thing to do. Oh, and there was something kind of sad happened. The monkey got sick. It turned out that peddler that originally had the monkey back in the Philippines, the way he controlled the monkey, there was like a wire around the middle of the monkey. Um, and then he would attach like a leash to that wire, and that's how he could control the monkey and keep the monkey from getting away. But when the soldier bought the monkey, he didn't even know about that wire. It was hidden underneath the furry, hair of the monkey. But the monkey on the ship got fatter. I don't know if it was that beer or the bananas or what, but he got fatter, and that wire became like embedded inside the skin of the monkey, and an infection developed, and the monkey, they thought the monkey was going to die, and they didn't know how to remove it. I mean, the wire was like, it was quite horrible. It was embedded into the monkey. So they had to contact a Navy medic. I don't know if they're called medics, and get that guy in the most secret kind of conditions to do kind of like surgery on the monkey. And though this created an alliance between the soldiers and the sailors. So in great secrecy, they created kind of an operating room, and the monkey was sedated, and the wire were removed, and there was, I don't know, some stitching went on, and the monkey was treated with penicillin. All this, illegal. It was not supposed to have monkeys on ships. Monkey recovered, and so this created a kind of environment of love for the monkey, and an alliance between the soldiers and the sailors. Then, though, a terrible thing happened. The high command of the Navy, the captain of the ship and the officers found out that there was a monkey aboard, and this was a clear violation. It could not be tolerated. The officers found out which soldier owned the monkey, and he was ordered to get rid of the monkey. The monkey had to be executed. And this was the most, sad and horrible thing. And the little girls would get all anxious when my dad would tell this part of the story. And the monkey was executed, and grown men, sailors and, soldiers that had fought in World War II and killed Japanese. They wept. They wept like little girls. And the monkey's body was put in like a coffin. They made a little coffin out of a box, and they all dressed up in their dress uniforms, and they threw the box containing the corpse of the monkey into the ocean and then sunk out of sight, and it was just the saddest thing. However, afterward, there began to be rumors. It's kind of like Elvis. Maybe the monkey's not dead. Some people said, there were like monkey sightings. And some people said, no, it's the ghost of the monkey. Certain parts of the ship, especially the hold where the bananas and the tarantulas live, somebody would see like the ghost of the monkey. Well, finally, the ship arrives in San Francisco. I don't know how long it takes, several days for a ship to cross all the way from the Philippines to San Francisco. And it's like party time. I mean, the soldiers are so happy. Some of them are being met by their loved ones or their wives or their girlfriends, and all of them are going off in different directions. Some are going to New Jersey, some of them are going to Alabama. Some, like my dad, are coming back to the Midwest, and my dad looks up, and what does he see? And all the little girls would go, the monkey, they see the monkey. And my dad sees the soldier that bought the monkey. And the monkey is perched right there on the shoulder of the soldier, and he's perfectly healthy and happy. And the soldier is confidently striding off with the monkey on his shoulder. Yay! Yay for the monkey!